Tarot by the Bay, I'm David. All right, this is reading number 2 on the Trump spawn. I started off with Don Jr., and I think I'm going to jump to Eric on this one. Eric was rather visible during the Trump New York criminal trial. He went to a number of the days to hear the testimony. His older brother, Don Jr., was only there a few times. I don't even know if Ivanka showed up. She sent the "I love you, Daddy" type of text message, but couldn't be bothered. Melania didn't show up, as I recall. I could be wrong. Maybe Ivanka showed up once, but I don't know, man. In my last reading with Don Jr., I had the Empress card underneath there. It didn't even occur to me that could be an Ivanka Trump underlying energy. That maybe, underneath it all is Ivanka has set up Don Jr. for the fall. Plea bargains. Best plea bargain deal goes to the person who gets there first. But I haven't seen much of Eric Trump, although his wife Lara is, when she's not singing off-key songs, she's being a co-chair of the RNC, making sure that Donald Trump gets all the money that the RNC has, and it doesn't go to down ballot candidates like Ted Cruz. So what's Eric up to these days? Entertainment purposes only. Let's get the 7-card spread on Eric Trump. Okay, foundation of the reading is the 4 of Coins, holding on tightly. Holding on to values, money, things along those lines. Pardon me for a second. The cat is stealing the kitten's food yet again. You got your own food. It's in the bathroom. The kitten has the last of her kitten food, and he's trying to snag it. He's holding on to something. He's holding on tight to something. Kind of hunkering down, and it's like battening down the hatches, getting ready for the worst of something to happen. Okay, that's what the worst is. He sees his father's unraveling. He might be trying to almost be a safe harbor, but there's a protection here as his father slips into lunacy, and it's the hereditary lunacy. So this is his father's dementia, his Alzheimer's that he's going through. Eric is seeing it, and he's probably, of the 3 spawn, he's the one who's probably most concerned about it. In the past, you got the 5 of Wands, the Hillbilly Brawl card. The Trump children were trained at a young age to have competitions, fight amongst themselves for daddy's loyalty, for daddy's approval. And I think Eric was the least competitive of those. Ivanka was probably the most clever. Junior was probably the oldest and, the loudest, as it were. And then there's Eric. Current situation is the 8 of Cups. No, 7 Cups, sorry. A little double vision there. Illusions, delusions, integrity, taking the good with the bad. When you combine it with the cross of the moon card and, not necessarily dealing with reality, I honestly think that Eric sees what's going on with his dad. I think they all do. He's the one who's most concerned about it. Maybe it affects him the most. Overarching energy is the 4 of Swords. He knows his dad needs rest. He knows his dad needs to take a break. And I don't know who can tell Donald Trump that he needs to take a break. Because you think he's going to listen to Eric Trump? But Eric Trump, right now with this spread, he's the most reasonable one out of his spawn. He truly is. It showed up in Don Jr.'s too. The lesson to be learned is the 6 of Cups. He's showing, in this spread, as I see it, he's showing the most compassion to his father. and he's the one that his father likes the least. He's the one, he's the contestant that gets eliminated from the competition first. But he would like his father's love and his father's appreciation. In some ways, of the three of them, he has the most compassion or empathy. Outcome is the two of coins. The flipping. The descending of values. The trying to calm. It's almost like he's trying to do things to calm things down. Only way we could do that is... The word inheritance just came to mind. I was going to say, the only way you could do that is telling his dad, oh, you don't need to give me my inheritance, you can keep it. But it might also be that as he watches his father slip down into madness, he's, the kids start thinking about their inheritance. The Spawns start thinking about their inheritance from their father. And it's looking okay right now with DJT stock up, but it's starting to come back down again. And if his father gets swamped during that election, not so good. Now, as I recall, the Trump Spawn are also, I wonder if that's what it is. They're also major shareholders. They're shareholders or like members of the board or something like that for Truth Social, the Donald J. Trump stock. And there could be financial repercussions. My Don Jr., maybe that's what the implication was, is that they start getting in trouble with the Security and Exchange Commissions or something along those lines, or the FCC. And Trump would throw Jr. under the bus. But I think Eric could also be, as he watches his father's dementia, his Alzheimer's, his mental health deteriorate, it's going to cost him money. It's going to cost him the value of that stock that he has is going down in value as his father's mental health deteriorates. Maybe that's why. Maybe when he wants his father to deteriorate, that would make sense. That's what the Four of Coins means. It's like, you going crazy costs me money. I'm losing money on you. Oh no. I might have to take back that part about empathy and compassion. It could be both. He could have some empathy and compassion because it wouldn't be a high bar to beat his siblings with, and still recognize that dad's costing him a bunch of money. Let's take a look at Truth Social and Eric Trump. Is that what that Two of Coins is? Is he concerned that Donald Trump and maybe even Don Jr. are doing stupid things, costing him money with that stock? Ace of Cups. Let's just do a 4-carder on that one. Strong emotions. New friendships. Something deals. Queen of Cups. Keeping things secret. More Cups. Temperance. Detoxification. More Cups. 10 of Cups. Hopes. Happiness fulfilled. 9 of Cups. Look at all this. Good Lord, somebody's big in their feels. I'm asking about the Donald J. Trump stock. What in God's name have I just unleashed here? It's... The vibe I'm getting is that... the DJT stock was like something that was really special to Eric. Maybe he was going to get a bigger role in something, or he saw some big opportunities with this. But it's being polluted. It's like you get to do this, but then they undercut him and they don't tell him about it because the family thinks they're all smarter than he is. And they just look at him like he's a simpleton. It's something like that. It could just be that sort of touching on that, especially with the SNL sketches about Eric, that, he's tired of being treated like a simpleton. They work around him. They don't tell him stuff. They're all smarter than him. And he feels like he's smart. He's not, but he feels like it and should be given that shot. And the funny thing is, in the end of the day, by them going around him and not telling him things, sort of protects him from the consequences of that, so he can go on and live a happy life, and he's the one that lands on his feet because he's not the one being implicated in any financial crimes. I do think that there's going to be some financial crimes associated with the Trump family and their DJT stock. I don't know what those will be. We'll see if that pans out. Okay. Will Eric serve any prison time because of this? Don Jr. looks like there was an investigation that's already started. What about Eric? Will Eric serve any prison time for his role in Trump shenanigans? Three of Cups. Is that the three spawn? Raising up their cups to get mother's milk from daddy. There's that Temperance card again. Six of Swords. Eight of Swords. And the Queen of Wands. He may not. I don't know if this is the three Trump spawn. It certainly could be. Let's say these were the three Trump spawn. But underneath it is the Queen of Wands. This could be Ivanka taking some actions on it. I just think that it's almost like he's not implicated because he was a small player. They kept him out of it. He was along for the ride, but he just didn't know what, it's like, is it a conspiracy if you don't know that you're part of a conspiracy? If I get rid of this one, to me, this is a celebration that he avoids prison. He gets out of it because he was out of the major negotiations. He was bound and restricted. This one makes more sense to me. He was bound and restricted. He was not one of the decision makers. He was not the one making the plans. So asking, will he go to prison? I don't think he will. Because they shut him out. Because he wasn't so smart. He pours concrete or as he said, or something along those lines. And they were happy to say, yeah, that's your job. Go do that. And while he was out of the room, then they'd be, oh, thank God he's gone. We can now start decriming to the best of our abilities. And them treating like he was a moron, whether that was reasonable or not, it just meant that he has a lot less criminal liability. And he'll probably escape. There you go. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. I hope you found this reading insightful. It is for entertainment purposes only. And I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.